What I see the DAV network doing is accelerating the safety and reliability of autonomous vehicles because it is a platform that encourages innovation and competition and collaboration. Well, I'm excited about the DAV network because DAV provides a platform that is open source and therefore not a barrier in itself, but enhances collaboration and competition and innovation, where we have this new capability. It creates a marketplace where providers and consumers can get together and have peer-to-peer interactions, where providers and manufacturers can team and provide innovative solutions for different transportation needs, and it can all be done on the DAV network without a third party being involved. And I think because of the nature of it, that it is open, I think it's going to accelerate the safety of these vehicles. First and foremost, I'm a pilot by training and background. I was a military fighter pilot and a test pilot. I flew on the civil side also. I was an instructor and I flew some research flights. And then I had the privilege of flying 2 space shuttle flights to the International Space Station for NASA. Both were assembly flights, and we brought up some pressurized modules and other equipment to the International Space Station. Probably the best thing that I bring to the team are my insights and experience in the aviation business from all sides, from development through test, through introduction to the marketplace, and then later on when I was in the FAA as a regulator to make sure that it was safe, reliable, and that as a government entity we were encouraging industry by increasing confidence in it, but at the same time not hampering it. I envision us transitioning from a system that we have currently where you go to your garage or your parking lot and you've got your privately owned vehicle that you pay a lot for, not only to buy the vehicle but to insure it and probably to park it and keep it with fuel so that you can get yourself to where you need to be, and transitioning from that to a network of vehicles where we have peer-to-peer transactions. You basically get on your communication device, whatever it is at the time, access the transportation that you need, use it, and get to where you need to go. And then if you have a private vehicle, then you can put that on the network and you can use it as a provider vehicle, and that way you offset some of your own costs as being a member of the network. I think the greatest hurdles to this technology being adopted are first the shelf life of it. It's relatively new technology and it has to continue to develop in reliability, in network communications, where one autonomous vehicle is talking to all the other ones and they all know where they are and what they're doing. And then the third one is context-based decision making. When one of these vehicles, and I'm talking about road vehicles in this instance, is on a highway that's got curves and it's got blind intersections, it knows that and behaves differently and makes decisions that are going to keep the occupant, the rider, safe. I think there will be a tip-over point where driving in an autonomous or riding in an autonomous vehicle will be safer than driving a vehicle or having a vehicle that is operated by a human being, because humans make mistakes. And that's a relatively low bar. Road transportation in this country is your odds of getting in a fatal accident over your lifetime are about 1 in 10,000. Much safer for commercial aviation when you get on an airliner. But I think the first hurdle that autonomous vehicles will cross in terms of human safety will be that road vehicle. The thing that I see with DAV is because it's an open platform that does encourage competition, we will be able to transition more quickly to autonomous vehicles, because through competition you do get the drive for constant innovation, increased safety. On the FAA side, we're all about protecting the user and protecting third parties. That's most of what the FAA spends its time on. If you have a facility that allows you to do that with competition being the driver to improve safety, then you've got a system that essentially runs itself. And that's what I see the DAV network doing. Absolutely. I think there has to be collaboration between manufacturers and software providers and service providers, because each of them has their own specialty, the thing that they do best. At the intersection of those capabilities, that's where you get really the best new value, the best innovation to provide for the customer. And there's going to be numbers of areas of intersections for these different providers of different capabilities. And so there will be constant innovation, constant improvement, and competition to provide the best medium for the consumer to use.